Good morning.
Someone has experienced, so they have made it a sentence, and it is traditionally carrying on. Truths about life or offer advice or exam. Now, like, it also gives you a truth or a fact of life, and at the same time it offer advice what we have to do, and it will be nice this way if you do, and this, by doing it, we learn for our practical life. Like, for example, you must have heard this particular proverb: all that glitters is not gold. Means to say, we see certain things, like, not eventually everything that we see is not precious. It seems to be precious, but it is not precious. Like, some things feels it is like so much shining, but it does not mean it is a gold. No, that means it is connected to the life. Sometimes when we see from outside, yes, this is good, that is good, this way doing is, but it does not mean that that way if you do it you will be a successful person. No. So because of that, this saying traditionally carrying on truths is all that glitters is not gold. No, by seeing outwardly we cannot judge anything, but it is not necessary, it is precious and good. No, when we touch, when we experience, when we feel it, we understand it is not gold, or it is not the truth, or it is not that happens the same way. So now we will move on to the page 126 from your book, English literature book. You can just follow it up along, then I'll explain to you. In the book and lesson 15, we have already Shalini quotes a proverb said by her father. Now you remember, she says, her father always says, the man who moves a mountain begins by carrying small stones. So word by word, if you go to see, it will not give you much meaning. But what is the exact meaning also is given there. Means it is important to start with small steps in order to achieve big things. No, see, entirely different thing. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying small stones. Now, whatever we start with a small step, we get successful. So it is important to start with the small steps. We cannot jump from such a high jump, so that we starting with a small business, we cannot jump at a stretch into a big. No, we have to go step by step. That is, it is meaning that. So when Shalini says to Reena that each one we take care of the saving the birds, it is many means it will be at a large, the birds can be saved from extinct. Now this phrase in blue is mostly here there are Chinese proverbs, and this particular proverb is a Chinese one. Okay, a proverb is a popular saying that gives advice or states a general truth. As I told you earlier, it is a fact or a truth, and it is a it can be an advice for you or me to take. Now few more proverbs are given here, so that just we will know the proverb as well as the meaning. There's no place like home. That's just simply when we say, it does not give any meaning. But the meaning is, home is the best place in the world. The meaning of that proverb is, home is the best place in the world. Birds of a feather flock together. People who have similar interest usually spend time together. Now we all know that a type of interest I have, those type of people only will come closer to us. Now those type of attitude, those type of sometimes talents wise, sometimes attitude wise, sometimes our behavior, all these which can be clicked together, those people comes together. That's why birds of a flock together. Together they flock means come together. Then in the next one we have maths following. You have to correct it. Number 1, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. The meaning is given in the second one. That which one person considers beautiful may not appeal to another. So it's all depend upon how I look at a thing and how I feel it is beautiful. It is not that what I feel a beautiful thing, it does not mean that somebody else has to feel that is a good thing or beautiful one. So that's why it eyes of the beholder. How the way I look, it depends upon what type of attitude I am having. And it is necessary, not necessary that what I feel good, the other have to feel good. Number 2, the early bird catches the worm. Now worm, one who gets up early, the birds can get a good food in the beginning itself. Now that the meaning is entirely matching to the life. See, second one is the last one. The person who takes the earliest opportunity will gain an advantage over others. When you get a chance, don't give up. Take the first start. So you will get this is an opportunity that comes to us. If you just give away, that opportunity will go from our hands. Number 3, 2 heads are better than one. No, 2 heads are better than one. Normally speaking, 2 heads better than one. No, the meaning is it's helpful to have the advice or opinion of another person. Sometimes we sit and think, nothing comes to our mind. But when we share with somebody, that person also put some suggestions or some points. So it becomes more easy for us to handle the problems or good thing or bad thing, whatever it is, we able to forgive. Means more strength we will get in order to solve that particular problem. That's why 2 heads are better than one. So those who have those type of mentality, I will do everything, but it is nice that we share with the others too. Number 4, don't count your chickens before they are hatched. Hatched means you know that we keep eggs to hatch to have a newborn small chickens. So chicks. So that so they say you don't count when you keep the eggs only. Don't begin to count how we will get this many. Now literally meaning is not that. The meaning of that, don't make plans that depend on the success of something until you are certain that it is successful. Now you started something, don't think I will get a success. It is not necessary. Sometimes we fail, we fall. So before planning out, getting into that way of doing, don't make a propaganda. You get, I started this, I will get this. Sometimes we get disappointed. So that's why they're telling, don't count your chickens before they are hatched. It is not necessary 10 eggs you kept for hatched. Maybe you may get only 4 or 5. The others all will get spoiled or the chicks may die. So these are the things that in our practical life that we have to learn. And this is truth experienced by people. Don't judge a book by its cover. And the second last one, don't judge someone or something by outward appearances. No, the human being's tendency is that with one look we judge people in our mind, in our words, and we also say it aloud. So it is, we need to be controlled. No, don't judge just, sometimes by looking at the cover of the book we say, "Arey, this is so nice book," but we don't know what is inside. The matter that inside depends upon the beauty of that book. So same way, we don't know by outward appearance of somebody, we should not judge, this person is. No, we should know the person, or we should know the matter, we should know the problem thereafter. So we should be slow in judging someone. This is more important. So students, please read this complete page 126 and learn by heart all these, because as the years pass, all these things we have to make use while speaking. When we speak English, normally we speak a few vocabularies. When we put this type of proverbs in apt sentences or apt paragraph, it has a weight. It has a more power. So that person, somebody else will tell you, yes, this person knows exactly, he has learned well. He or she has learned well. So students, I request, find more proverbs from the YouTube or from some books and learn it, so that you will be able to speak well in your future, to converse well, or to convey messages well while you have the conversation, or even for your studies, it is much better. Thank you.